Welcome to my channel Old Valuable Chiller. The United States Drummer Boy coin dated 1776 to 1976 is one of the most iconic and historically meaningful coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. This special coin was created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence, known as the Bicentennial. Even today, decades after its release, the Drummer Boy coin remains extremely popular among collectors, history lovers, and everyday people who discover it in pocket change and wonder if it might be valuable. In this video, we will explore the full history, design, symbolism, minting details, varieties, errors, values, and why this coin continues to attract so much attention across the United States and around the world. The Bicentennial celebration was a major national event in the 1970s, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. To honor this historic milestone, the U.S. Mint decided to redesign the reverse sides of three circulating coins: the quarter, the half-dollar, and the dollar. Among these, the Bicentennial Quarter, featuring the Drummer Boy, quickly became the most famous and widely recognized. Instead of the traditional eagle on the reverse, the coin displayed a colonial-era drummer, symbolizing the spirit of the American Revolution and the determination of the early patriots. The obverse of the Drummer Boy coin still features George Washington, whose portrait has appeared on the quarter since 1932. However, instead of a single-year date, the coin uniquely shows a dual date 1776 to 1976, representing the span of 200 years between America's founding and its bicentennial celebration. This dual date alone makes the coin instantly recognizable and historically significant. The reverse design of the Drummer Boy coin was created by Jack L.R., whose artwork captured the revolutionary spirit perfectly. The image shows a young colonial drummer standing proudly, drumsticks in hand, with a victory torch surrounded by 13 stars. The 13 stars represent the original 13 colonies, while the drummer symbolizes a call to action that helped unite the colonies during the Revolutionary War. This design is powerful, emotional, and deeply rooted in American history, which is why it resonated so strongly with the public. The Drummer Boy coin was minted in very large numbers, which is one reason it remains commonly found today. Production took place at 3 U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark. Denver coins feature a D mint mark, and San Francisco coins carry an S mint mark. While millions of these coins were struck for circulation, special versions were also produced specifically for collectors. Most Drummer Boy coins found in circulation are made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, consisting of an outer layer of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core. However, a limited number of bicentennial quarters were struck in a special silver composition, primarily intended for collectors. These silver versions contain a higher precious metal content and are usually found in special mint sets rather than everyday circulation. Even though the Drummer Boy coin is not rare in general, its value can vary significantly depending on condition, mint mark, composition, and the presence of errors or varieties. In average circulated condition, most Drummer Boy quarters are worth face value, which is 25 cents. However, coins in excellent condition, especially those that show little to no wear, can be worth more to collectors. Uncirculated Drummer Boy coins, meaning coins that were never used in everyday commerce and show full detail with original luster, can sell for higher prices. These coins are especially popular among collectors building complete bicentennial sets or Washington Quarter collections. Coins from mint sets or those carefully preserved over the years often command premiums above face value. The silver bicentennial Drummer Boy coins are among the most valuable versions. Because they contain silver, their value is influenced not only by collector demand but also by the price of silver in the market. These silver versions were never intended for circulation and are typically found in collector packaging. As silver prices fluctuate, the value of these coins can increase over time. Error coins and varieties are another exciting area of interest for collectors. Some Drummer Boy coins were struck with noticeable errors, such as doubled lettering, off-center strikes, clipped planches, or missing details. These errors can dramatically increase a coin's value, sometimes turning a common bicentennial quarter into a highly sought-after collectible. Coins with strong, visible errors are especially desirable because they are unique and tell a fascinating story about the minting process. Collectors also pay close attention to strike quality. Some drummer boy coins show weak strikes, where certain details, such as a drummer's drum or the stars, appear less sharp. Others show exceptionally strong strikes, with crisp lines and deep detail. Coins with superior strike quality tend to be more valuable, especially when combined with excellent preservation. The historical importance of the drummer boy coin plays a major role in its enduring popularity. This coin represents a moment when the entire nation came together to celebrate its shared history and values. During the bicentennial era, patriotic events, parades, and commemorations took place across the country, and these coins served as everyday reminders of America's journey from a group of colonies to a global nation. Many people today still remember receiving bicentennial coins as children or seeing them used in everyday transactions during the 1970s. For others, finding a drummer boy coin today sparked curiosity and excitement, leading them to research its history and potential value. This emotional connection adds to the coin's appeal and ensures a continued relevance. From an investment perspective, the drummer boy coin may not make someone rich overnight, but it holds steady long-term interest. High-quality examples, silver versions, and era coins continue to appreciate gradually as demand remains strong. As time passes and fewer well-preserved coins remain, collector interest may increase even further. Another reason the drummer boy coin is so widely collected is its accessibility. Unlike many rare coins that are difficult and expensive to obtain, the bicentennial quarter is affordable and easy to find. This makes it an excellent entry point for new collectors who want to learn about U.S. coinage without a large financial commitment. The coin also serves as an educational tool. Teachers, parents, and historians often use the drummer boy coin to introduce young people to American history, the Revolutionary War, and the concept of commemorative coinage. Its design tells a story that connects art, history, and national identity in a single, small object. When examining a drummer boy coin, it is important to look closely at details such as a date, mint mark, overall condition, and any unusual features. Even small differences can affect value and desirability. Using proper lighting and magnification can help reveal fine details that might otherwise be overlooked. Proper storage is also important for preserving the coin's condition, keeping the coin in a protective holder, away and value over time. Handling coins by the edges rather than the faces reduces the risk of fingerprints and surface damage. First up, the South Carolina State Quarter, released in the year 2000 as part of the 50 State Quarters program by the United States Mint, remains one of the most fascinating coins for collectors and enthusiasts alike. This coin, valued not only for its monetary worth but also for its historical and artistic significance, represents a unique part of South Carolina's heritage. Struck in 2000, the South Carolina Quarter was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, carrying the familiar P and D mint marks, giving collectors two distinct versions to explore and compare. On the reverse side of the coin, you will find the iconic design that truly sets the South Carolina Quarter apart. Featuring the palmetto tree, a symbol of resilience and state pride, along with a soaring Carolina wren, the state bird, this design captures the essence of South Carolina's natural beauty. Surrounding this vibrant imagery is the inscription South Carolina at the top and 1788 at the bottom, marking the year the state joined the Union. The front, or obverse, maintains a classic depiction of George Washington, a design familiar to anyone who has collected U.S. quarters over the decades, linking South Carolina's unique design to the broader narrative of American coinage. Collectors today are often intrigued by the details of the minting process for the 2000 South Carolina State Quarter. With a composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, these quarters maintain the standard specifications of U.S. circulating quarters, including a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a weight of 5.67 grams. Despite being intended for circulation, many coins were preserved by collectors in uncirculated condition, creating a market for mint state South Carolina quarters that can vary in value depending on their condition and mint mark. Coins in perfect mint state, especially those graded MS65 and above, can attract significant attention among numismatists and coin investors. The South Carolina Quarter is not only a collectible but also a piece of educational value. For many, it serves as an introduction to the rich history of U.S. states and the importance of numismatics. The palmetto tree depicted on the coin is an enduring symbol from the Revolutionary War era, representing the fortitude of South Carolina's soldiers during the Battle of Sullivan's Island. Meanwhile, the Carolina wren reminds collectors and viewers alike of the state's unique wildlife, making this coin a blend of history, culture, and natural beauty. These elements contribute to why state quarters remain popular among collectors decades after their release. One of the most exciting aspects of the South Carolina Quarter is identifying rare and valuable variations. While most coins are produced without error, some collectors have found coins with striking double dies, off-center strikes, and other minting anomalies. These error coins can significantly increase the value of a South Carolina quarter, attracting attention from serious collectors and hobbyists searching for unique additions to their collections. Additionally, proof versions, which were specially minted with higher detail and polished finishes, are highly sought after and often command premium prices in the coin market. When evaluating a South Carolina state quarter, collectors focus on key grading aspects, including luster, strike quality, and surface preservation. Coins in circulation often show signs of wear, but uncirculated and proof coins maintain their sharp detail, highlighting the intricate design of the palmetto tree and Carolina wren. Collectors also pay attention to the mint mark, as coins from the Denver and Philadelphia mints may carry subtle differences in strike and finish, creating opportunities for comparison and specialization within a collection. For anyone serious about coin collecting, the South Carolina Quarter offers a fascinating study in minting precision and state pride. The South Carolina State Quarter also has significant relevance in the broader context of the 50 State Quarters program. Launched in 1999, this program was one of the most successful numismatic initiatives in U.S. history, encouraging a new generation of coin collectors while educating the public about state symbols and history. South Carolina's contribution in 2000 was a crucial part of this program, capturing national attention and remaining a staple in educational coin sets, collector albums, and personal collections alike. Its release helped bridge the gap between casual coin enthusiasts and serious numismatists, turning everyday quarters into valuable keepsakes and conversation pieces. For anyone looking to buy, sell, or trade South Carolina quarters today, understanding market value is essential. While common circulated coins may have a value slightly above face value, high-grade uncirculated coins, proof coins, and rare error coins can fetch prices ranging from a few dollars to significantly higher, depending on demand, rarity, and condition. Online marketplaces, coin shows, and auctions provide collectors with opportunities to find these coins, with grading services ensuring authenticity and value assessment. Being informed about these factors allows collectors to make wise purchasing decisions while building a meaningful and historically rich collection. The South Carolina State Quarter is more than just a coin. It represents an intersection of history, art, and community pride. From the Revolutionary War symbolism of the palmetto tree to the charming Carolina wren, the design elements tell a story that resonates with both South Carolinians and coin collectors nationwide. Its popularity endures because it is visually appealing, historically significant, and part of a program that encourages the appreciation of U.S. states in a tangible, collectible form. Whether displayed in a collection, saved for future generations, or examined for rare errors, the 2000 South Carolina Quarter remains an enduring favorite in the world of numismatics. For YouTube creators, this coin provides rich content opportunities. Videos featuring the South Carolina Quarter can explore its history, design details, minting process, grading tips, market value, and collectible variations. Engaging narratives about state pride, historical connections, and collecting strategies resonate with viewers who are both casual enthusiasts and serious collectors. Highlighting rare errors, proof coins, and mint mark variations can also enhance engagement and increase watch time, making this coin an ideal subject for content that educates and entertains. Whether you are new to coin collecting or an experienced numismatist, the South Carolina State Quarter offers endless fascination. Its blend of history, artistry, and collectible potential ensures that it will remain a beloved coin for decades to come. Collectors appreciate the story it tells, the beauty it displays, and the opportunities it provides for growth in their personal collections. From educational discussions about state symbols to exploring rare coin values and minting details, the 2000 South Carolina Quarter is a small piece of metal that carries immense cultural and collectible weight. In conclusion, the South Carolina State Quarter from 2000 is a testament to the richness of U.S. coinage and the success of the 50 State Quarters program. With its iconic palmetto tree and Carolina wren design, multiple mint marks, and collectible appeal, this quarter continues to captivate collectors and coin enthusiasts alike. Next up, the 1965 Washington quarter dollar is one of the most important coins in United States history, not because it is made of silver or because it is extremely rare, but because it represents a major turning point in American coinage. When collectors, historians, and everyday Americans look back at this coin, they see the moment when the U.S. Mint officially moved away from silver circulating coinage and entered the modern clad era. This single year changed how money was made, used, and valued across the country. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the decades, it became one of the most widely used coins in American commerce. For many years, quarters were struck using a silver composition that gave them intrinsic value beyond their face value. However, by the early 1960s, rising silver prices created a serious problem. People began saving silver coins instead of spending them, causing shortages in circulation. By 1965, the U.S. government made a historic decision that would permanently change American money. The 1965 Washington quarter was the first regular-issue quarter made without silver. Instead of the traditional 90% silver composition used from 1932 through 1964, the 1965 quarter was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition. This new structure consists of an outer layer of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This change allowed the mint to produce large quantities of coins without relying on precious metals, ensuring enough quarters were available for daily use. Another important detail about the 1965 Washington quarter is that no mint marks appear on the coin. During this transitional period, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks from all coins dated 1965, 1966, and 1967. This was done to discourage collectors and hoarders from pulling specific mint coins out of circulation. As a result, all 1965 quarters were produced without any mint identification, even though they were struck at multiple mint facilities. The obverse of the 1965 Washington quarter features a left-facing portrait of George Washington. This iconic design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and is based on a bust of Washington made by Jean-Antoine Houdon in the 18th century. The word liberty appears at the top of the coin, while in God we trust is displayed to the left of Washington's portrait. The date 1965 is shown at the bottom. Despite the composition change, the design remained identical to earlier silver quarters, making it difficult for many people at the time to tell the difference. The reverse of the coin features a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath. This design symbolizes both strength and peace. The inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar surround the eagle, with E pluribus unum displayed above. This reverse design will continue until 1998, when the state quarters program began. In terms of production, the 1965 Washington quarter was minted in extremely large numbers. Over 1.8 billion quarters dated 1965 were struck. This massive mintage reflects how urgently the mint needed to replace disappearing silver coins in circulation. Because of this high production, most 1965 quarters are common today and are still found in pocket change across the United States. Even though the coin is common, it holds strong historical value. It marks the first year of clad quarters and represents a major economic shift. Collectors often keep a 1965 quarter as a reminder of the end of the silver era. For new collectors, it is also a popular entry-level coin because it is affordable and easy to find. The weight of the 1965 Washington quarter is 5.67 grams, and it has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Its reeded edge reveals a copper core when viewed from the side, which is the easiest way to distinguish it from earlier silver quarters. Silver quarters have a solid silver-colored edge, while clad quarters show a visible copper stripe. Most 1965 Washington quarters in circulated condition are worth face value, meaning 25 cents. However, coins that were preserved with sharp details, strong luster, and minimal marks can carry a small premium among collectors. Coins that have never been used in circulation often show bright surfaces and stronger design features, making them more desirable. Era coins from 1965 are especially interesting to collectors. Because the mint was under heavy pressure to produce large quantities quickly, mistakes did occur. Some known errors include off-center strikes, double die details, clip planches, and transitional errors involving leftover silver planches. These error varieties are far less common than standard issues and can be worth significantly more depending on the type and condition. One of the most talked about possibilities with 1965 quarters is a chance of finding one struck on a silver planchet. Although extremely rare, a small number of such coins are believed to exist due to leftover materials during the transition. These coins are heavier than normal clad quarters and lack the copper edge stripe. Finding one would be a major discovery for any collector. The public reaction to the 1965 quarter was mixed at first. Many Americans were confused by the change and concerned about the loss of silver content. Some people believed the new coins felt lighter or less valuable. Over time, however, the copper-nickel clad composition became accepted, and it remains a standard for quarters today. From a historical perspective, the 1965 Washington quarter tells a story of inflation, rising metal prices, and government adaptation. It reflects how economic pressures can influence even the smallest details of daily life, including the coins we carry. This coin is a symbol of modernization and practicality, marking the beginning of a new era in U.S. coinage. Collectors today often include the 1965 quarter in Washington quarter sets, type collections, and educational displays. It serves as a clear dividing line between silver and non-silver issues. For coin roll hunters, it is also a reminder to always check dates carefully, as 1964 and earlier quarters contain silver while 1965 and later ones do not. The 1965 Washington quarter may not be rare, but it is important. Its value lies in its story rather than its metal content. It represents change, transition, and adaptation within the U.S. monetary system. Every time one appears in circulation, it carries more than just 25 cents of spending power. It carries history. For anyone interested in U.S. coins, the 1965 Washington quarter is a must-know piece. Whether you are a beginner learning the basics or an experienced collector focusing on historical transitions, this coin deserves attention. It stands as a milestone in American numismatics and continues to educate new generations about how and why U.S. coinage evolved. Next up, the 5-cent coin of 1938 from the United States holds a very special place in American numismatic history because this single year marked the beginning of a completely new era for the nickel. When people search online for rare U.S. coins, valuable nickels, or historic American 5-cent coins, the 1938 5-cent coin consistently appears as a key topic, and for good reason. This coin represents the first year of issue of the Jefferson nickel, replacing the long-running Buffalo nickel and introducing a design that would remain in circulation for decades. In 1938, the United States was slowly recovering from the Great Depression. Everyday coins were more than just currency. They were symbols of stability and national identity. The decision to change the design of the 5-cent coin was significant. The Buffalo nickel had been admired for its artistic beauty, but it was impractical for mass production and wore down too quickly in circulation. As a result, the U.S. Mint announced a public competition to design a new nickel that would be durable, practical, and meaningful to American history. Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor, won the competition with his portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse in Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1938 5-cent coin was the first time this design appeared in American pockets, making it historically important and highly searched among coin collectors today. When people look up 1938 nickel value or first-year Jefferson nickel, this is a coin they are referring to. The obverse of the 1938 5-cent coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The word liberty appears to the right of Jefferson's profile, followed by the date 1938. Unlike later years, the lettering style on early Jefferson nickels has subtle differences that collectors study closely. These small design details are part of what makes the 1938 nickel so fascinating. Turning to the reverse, the Monticello design immediately stands out. Monticello was Jefferson's plantation home in Virginia and a symbol of his architectural brilliance and intellectual legacy. The building is shown with clean lines and balanced proportions, with the word Monticello prominently displayed, along with 5-cent and United States of America. Early Jefferson nickels, like the 1938 issue, often show sharper details on Monticello compared to later years due to fresh dyes and careful striking. The 1938 5-cent coin was produced at 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins struck in Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those struck in Denver feature a small D, and San Francisco issues display an S. Among these, the 1938 D nickel is especially famous and frequently searched online because it had the lowest mintage of the 3. This lower production number makes it one of the key dates in the entire Jefferson nickel series. Collectors often ask why the 1938 5-cent coin is so popular even though it is not made of silver. The answer lies in its historical importance, first-year status, and collector demand. First-year coins are always significant in numismatics, and the Jefferson nickel series is one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Owning a 1938 nickel is like owning the starting chapter of that story. Another reason this coin draws attention is the condition in which it is found today. Because the 1938 nickel was the first of its kind, many were saved by the public, resulting in a wide range of conditions available to collectors. However, examples with strong details, sharp steps on Monticello, and clean surfaces are much harder to find. The steps at the base of Monticello are particularly important, as wear and weak strikes often cause them to blur. Coins with fully visible steps are especially desirable and frequently discussed in collector circles. The metal composition of the 1938 5-cent coin is 75% copper and 25% nickel, the same standard alloy used for most U.S. nickels of the era. The coin weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. While these technical details may seem simple, they are important for identifying authentic examples and understanding how the coin fits into the broader history of U.S. coinage. Over the years, the value of the 1938 nickel has steadily increased due to consistent collector interest. While circulated examples are generally affordable, well-preserved coins and those with exceptional detail can command significantly higher prices. The 1938 D variety, in particular, is often considered one of the most valuable regular-issue Jefferson nickels from the early years, making it a frequent topic in searches for valuable 5-cent coins and rare Jefferson nickels. Era coins from 1938 also attract attention. Some examples show double details, off-center strikes, or die cracks, all of which can increase interest and desirability. These mint eras add another layer of excitement for collectors who enjoy searching through old nickels in hopes of finding something unusual. The historical context of the 1938 5-cent coin adds to its appeal. This coin entered circulation just before World War II, during a time when America was redefining its economic strength and global position. Millions of these nickels passed through the hands of workers, families, and businesses, silently witnessing everyday life during a pivotal era in U.S. history. Today, the 1938 Jefferson nickel is often recommended as an excellent entry point for new collectors. It is historically significant, visually appealing, and available in a wide range of conditions. At the same time, it offers enough rarity and variation to remain interesting for advanced collectors. This balance is why it continues to rank highly in online searches related to U.S. coin collecting. When people ask whether the 1938 5-cent coin is worth keeping, the answer is almost always yes. Even if a particular example is not extremely valuable, its status as the first year of the Jefferson nickel series ensures long-term collector interest. Coins like this are not just pieces of metal. They are tangible links to the past and reflections of American heritage. In the modern era of digital content and online marketplaces, interest in historic U.S. coins has grown rapidly. Searches for 1938 nickel value today, Jefferson nickel history, and rare 5-cent coins bring thousands of viewers eager to learn more. This makes the 1938 5-cent coin an ideal topic for collectors, educators, and YouTube creators focused on American numismatics. As you hold or view a 1938 Jefferson nickel, you are looking at more than just currency. You are seeing the beginning of a design that would endure for generations, a coin born from a nationwide competition, and a symbol of America's resilience during challenging times. That combination of history, artistry, and collectability is exactly why the 1938 5-cent coin remains one of the most talked-about nickels in the United States. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a beginner just starting coin collection, or someone who simply enjoys learning about American history, the 1938 5-cent coin stands as a timeless reminder of the stories hidden in everyday objects. Its legacy continues to grow, making it one of the most searched, discussed, and appreciated nickels in U.S. coinage history. Now we will explore the 1999 Delaware State Quarter as one of the most historically important and widely searched coins in modern United States coinage, and it holds a very special place in American numismatic history. This coin was released as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, a program that completely changed the way Americans looked at everyday coins and sparked one of the largest collecting movements in U.S. history. When people search online for the Delaware State Quarter 1999 value, history, errors, or rare versions, they are often surprised to learn how much meaning and importance is packed into this single $quarter coin. Delaware was chosen as the very first state to be honored in the State Quarters program, and that alone makes the 1999 Delaware Quarter unique. Delaware earned the nickname the first state because it was the first state to ratify the United States Constitution on December 7, 1787. The U.S. Mint decided that the order of release for state quarters would follow the order in which each state joined the Union, and because of that, Delaware proudly led the series. This makes the Delaware State Quarter not only a coin, but also a symbol of beginnings, leadership, and American independence. The design of the 1999 Delaware Quarter is one of the most recognizable in the entire State Quarter series. On the reverse side of the coin, you see a powerful image of Caesar Rodney riding on horseback. This image represents a famous moment in American history when Caesar Rodney rode through the night in 1776 to cast Delaware's deciding vote for independence from Great Britain. His long and difficult ride ensured that Delaware supported the Declaration of Independence, helping to shape the future of the United States. This dramatic historical event is why the Delaware Quarter stands out among other state quarters that often feature landmarks or symbols instead of real historical figures in action. Caesar Rodney's horseback ride is shown in motion, giving the coin a sense of urgency and determination. Beneath the image, the words of First State are proudly displayed, reinforcing Delaware's place in American history. The year 1787 is also included on the reverse, marking the year Delaware became the first state. These design elements make the 1999 Delaware State Quarter a favorite among collectors who appreciate coins that tell a story rather than simply display a symbol. On the obverse side of the coin, the familiar portrait of George Washington appears, just like on all standard Washington quarters. This portrait was originally designed by John Flanagan and has been used on U.S. quarters for decades. The inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter are present, along with the mint year 1999. While the front of the coin is traditional, it is the reverse that truly defines the Delaware Quarter and sets it apart from other coins in circulation. The 1999 Delaware State Quarter was minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, while Denver minted coins feature a D mint mark, and San Francisco coins carry an S mint mark. The majority of Delaware quarters found in circulation come from the Philadelphia and Denver mints, as these were produced in extremely large numbers to meet nationwide demand. In total, hundreds of millions of 1999 Delaware quarters were minted, making it a very common coin in everyday circulation. However, just because a coin is common does not mean it lacks value or interest. Many collectors actively search for Delaware quarters in the best possible condition, as well as coins with errors or unusual characteristics. This is why searches for 1999 Delaware Quarter value today continue to trend year after year. Most circulated 1999 Delaware State Quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents. These coins have been used in everyday transactions and typically show signs of wear such as scratches, dull surfaces, or softened details. However, uncirculated Delaware quarters, which were never used in commerce, can carry a higher value, especially if they retain their original mint luster and sharp design details. Coins with strong eye appeal are always more desirable to collectors. Proof versions of the 1999 Delaware Quarter were minted in San Francisco and are especially popular among collectors. Proof coins are struck with specially prepared dies and polished planchets, resulting in sharp details and mirror-like surfaces. These coins were not intended for circulation and were sold directly to collectors as part of proof sets. Because of their quality and limited production compared to circulation strikes, proof Delaware quarters are often worth more than standard versions. Another major reason collectors search for the 1999 Delaware Quarter is the possibility of errors and varieties. Error coins are created during the minting process and can include off-center strikes, double details, die cracks, and other unusual features. Some era Delaware quarters have attracted significant attention in the coin collecting community, especially when the error is dramatic and clearly visible. While error coins are relatively rare, they are one of the most exciting aspects of modern coin collecting. The Delaware Quarter also holds an important place in American culture because it helped reintroduce millions of people to coin collecting. When the state quarters program began in 1999, many Americans started checking their pocket change for different states, saving coins, and learning about U.S. history through currency. The Delaware Quarter, being the first release, was often the very first state quarter people added to their collections, making it deeply nostalgic for many collectors today. From an educational perspective, the 1999 Delaware State Quarter is often used to teach children and students about American independence, state history, and the role of Delaware in the founding of a nation. The image of Caesar Rodney's ride sparks curiosity and encourages people to learn more about the sacrifices and decisions that shaped the United States. Coins like this prove that money is more than just currency. It is a storytelling tool that preserves history in metal form. Even today, decades after its release, the Delaware State Quarter remains one of the most searched and discussed state quarters online. People want to know if their coin is rare, how much it is worth, and whether it could be special. While most Delaware quarters are not extremely valuable, the combination of historical importance, iconic design, and collector demand ensures that this coin will always have a place in American numismatics. Collectors often recommend storing uncirculated or proof Delaware quarters properly to preserve their condition. Keeping coins away from moisture, excessive handling, and harsh environments helps maintain their appearance over time. Coins that are well preserved tend to hold stronger appeal in the collector market and are more enjoyable to own. The 1999 Delaware State Quarter represents the start of a historic series, the spirit of American independence, and the power of a single decision that helped shape a nation. Whether you found one in your pocket change, inherited a collection, or intentionally saved it when the program began, this coin carries a story that goes far beyond its face value. As interest in U.S. coins continues to grow, especially among new collectors and history enthusiasts, the Delaware Quarter stands as independence.